Hi, my name is Chris Gilreath. I'm CEO and founder of Recycled Hydro Solutions, where we develop smart products to save water. Water is our most precious resource, right? We can't live without it, and there are no alternatives. That's why it's really important to find creative and innovative ways to use less. Now, one of the largest consumers of water is the restaurant industry. Take dipper wells, for example. You've seen them. If you've gone into an ice cream shop, they're constantly running. They use massive amounts of water, and one dipper well can use up to 250,000 gallons of water a year. So if you take all the different styles of eateries that are in the United States, which is about 4.9 million, and have a conservative average of 3 dipper wells per, that is a usage of roughly 4.3 trillion gallons of water annually. Luckily, there's a solution. Introducing Rinsewell from Recycled Hydro Solutions. Rinsewell uses 80% less water. Rinsewell also is more than 90% more effective at eliminating pathogens and viruses. 80% less water equates to roughly 3.4 trillion gallons saved annually. And with a greater than 6 log reduction in pathogens, we're going to keep your family safe. You know, with the unfortunate events that happened with Bluebell ice cream and the Listeria outbreak, something has to change, and Rinsewell is there to deliver. So the functionality is pretty simple. So instead of a perpetual flow of water, Rinsewell simply recirculates the water. And at the same time, it's injecting ozone as a 100% natural and safe sanitizer. Meanwhile, a set of optics is constantly monitoring the water quality. Okay, so when the water becomes cloudy, the controller simply allows fresh water in and gets rid of the other stuff. So right now we are in the beginning stages of our beta test. We're real excited to start to take pre-orders to help gauge our launch that's going to be in early 2016. So payback period depends on where you are geographically. If you live in Seattle, Washington, you can have a payback as quickly as 3.5 months. If you live in my hometown of Rogers, Arkansas, it can take up to 20 months, so very respectable return. The team that's going to make it all happen is a diverse group of folks. We have experts in manufacturing, to product development, supply chain, even mergers and acquisitions. So you should ask yourself, why shouldn't you be able to have your ice cream and drink your water too? So.
Just an obvious quick question for your mom and pop local place. I think it might have been in the corner on your slides, but what does it cost? The technology is cool.
I'm sorry?
What does it cost?
The cost is $2,000 to $2,500.
Per well.
Per well. It's one controller per well.
Okay. How much does an uncontrolled dipper well cost?
So in Atlanta, if you had an uncontrolled dipper well with their water cost, it's about $8,000 a year. So it depends on where you live. Where I live, I pay 0.6 of 1 cent per gallon. So it's about a 20-month return. Seattle, you know, they have high water costs too. And, you know, water is the fastest rising utility cost. And that's probably not going to change, especially when you have our outdated infrastructure in a lot of these areas. The consumer is going to end up paying the additional costs. That's why Seattle now is so high, because of that infrastructure they've done recently.
How do you ensure on the safety side that you are disinfecting the water at the right level?
Sure, we have some redundancies in the ozone generators, and so we have 3 in series. And so, you know, we have a PLC in there, so we're actually able to monitor. We can provide analytics if somebody wants to put that on their electronic menu board, how much water they're saving. We can also look at all the cycle times to know when we're getting towards end of life of each different component.
Chris, how do you control rogue or ambient ozone? Because I know that's an issue sometimes.
Sure. Well, you know, the key is we're using a Venturi injection, and the key is to have that optimized where you're having, you know, 99% mass transfer. So one of our partners that's helping us with this is Dell Ozone. It's been in business for about 40 years. So they have a ton of knowledge and have lots of studies done on how to mitigate that risk. You know, the amount of ozone that we get, so you don't have as much off gases, and we're coming up with some novel ways, if there is, to actually pull that out so it's not even an issue. You know, your biggest opportunity for water savings is between those rushes in restaurants. I mean, there's a group that we're working with that opens at 6 a.m. They sell breakfast, but they also sell ice cream. So all their dipper wells are running. Not too many people at 6 a.m. or 7 or not, get ice cream at that time. So it's that opportunity to just recycle that and truly sanitize it between uses.
Is there a concern, I mean, knowing how corrosive and aggressive ozone can be, is there a concern with everything that's around the unit? So in terms of all of the environmental materials that are around it as opposed to what you're just putting in?
Yeah, most of the space that these are going to be in is stainless steel. Stainless steel doesn't react very, harsh to aqueous ozone. Now, when you're talking about ozone gas, that's different. But it's pretty mild. It's easier on the materials than bleach or even quaternary sanitizers a lot of times.
Chris, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.